Howdy, fellow travelers. Welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don and our continued food series from Maine down to Texas. And today we are starting off here in Salem, Massachusetts. That's right, the home of the Salem Witch Trials. And we're here along Furlong Park and North River. We're going to be going to a couple of spots here in Salem, and then we're going to be heading to New Haven, Connecticut for one of the oldest burgers in the world, as well as some New Haven pizza. But first off, let's go ahead and grab a quick bite to eat here in Salem, Massachusetts, and maybe a cup of coffee as well. And maybe we'll find some witches along the way. All right, so when you're starting off a tour here in Salem, you obviously need a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of coffee. There's this place called Spell's Coffee and Market, which is, I think, right off of North Street. And it's actually really cool. It's like a small little spot. They opened up about 3 years ago, but they get a lot of great stuff from like local artists. They have like right behind me, there's like this array of like these moss kind of like little houses and stuff. You can actually contact the artists and purchase them. You can even contact couple like a guy that does hedge witch brooms, so it's kind of really kind of cool because it's like these are local witches or local craftsmen that make all of these arts that you can kind of basically come in and either contact them to purchase them, or I think you can purchase them here as well. But of course we want to start off with a little bit of food, so just a traditional little egg muffin with nice cheese, and looks like they got a little pepper in there, maybe a little bit of thyme and some bacon, so we'll give it a try. Great starter for the day. Nice egg bacon sandwich, and of course you've got to get your coffee. Oh yeah, you're in Salem. Great way to start your day. Spell's Coffee, and it really delves into the whole theme of like the witches here in Salem. It's actually really kind of cool. I like, first off, this artwork is just the best. So yeah, definitely come in and check it all out. Once you're done with your quick breakfast and coffee at Spell's, come south of Salem, go past all of Maine downtown, and come to Forest River Park. First off, it's a beautiful park. I'm here kind of like near the tail end of fall for Massachusetts, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You have the bay here in front of you, and of course, our second spot that I wanted to do before we take off for New Haven is the Pioneer Village. So this is the Salem Pioneer Village, and this is a basically recreation of Salem from the 1630s, around the time of its foundation. This is about 60 years before even the Salem Witch Trials happened. So you just kind of come in. Right now during the off season, it looks like it's free to come in. Usually it's like a $5 or $6 admission fee. During June and September, they usually have costumed actors portraying people from the time period. I think they have vendors, and all of the houses I think are open to actually go in and look at. Compared to right now, everything's a little shut down, but you can still come in, check it out, get some great pictures, you know, for the Instagram or wherever. But it is just really kind of cool just to come in and experience recreated places like this that give you a little sense of the history of early colonial United States. Well, even before we were in the United States, when we were under British. So, but even still, just absolutely really cool to come in here just for half an hour or something like that, just to wander around and really kind of experience the way that it used to be back in the 1630s here in Salem, Massachusetts. Spot that we're at, and the first of our two New Haven, Connecticut spots, and this is kind of the crux of the video, is Frank Pepe's Pizzeria here in New Haven, Connecticut. This has been on my list for a while. It was, I believe, established in 1925, so given that I am filming this November 1924, we're almost at the 100-year mark for Frank Pepe's, and it has become a chain restaurant across the nation, and I think about 7 different states, but the originals is here in New Haven, Connecticut, and they actually have two spots here. You have the one that's called The Spot, which is the original brick and mortar small building, which is on the back side. And then you have this one, this larger building, which is where I'm at. This is kind of now their main restaurant, where they have the pizza oven and everything. I think they have pizza oven on both sides. But this one is kind of like the bigger restaurant. You wait in line. The line was like at least 20 minutes to get in for me. And I'm here on, you know, a random Saturday in early November. So I can imagine during the summertime, the line must be just ridiculous. But anyway, you get your number, you get a table, you come to your table, I'm table 13, and we're just gonna wait for our pizza. You know, it's a traditional New Haven style pizza. I've never really had that style. I've had New York style pizza before. I've had Chicago style pizza. And of course, I've been to Italy and had traditional Neapolitan style. So we'll see where this goes. But anyway, I've got that pizza coming and I'm super excited about it. All right, guys, so pizza from Frank Pepe's is here. This, by the way, look at this. This is the small one. This is huge. I mean, it's thin crust, and I love that it's kind of like slightly burnt on the edges, and maybe even on the bottom, almost kind of like it does have that Neapolitan style to it to an extent. But my God, that thing is absolutely huge, and that is the small. But look at that, and the cheese kind of like dripping off there. Oh my goodness. So I got like the double pepperoni, which they even like char the pepperoni on there, so you can see that. Delicious. It's got pecorino romano, mozzarella, crushed tomatoes, so let's give this a try. Wow. That's actually damn good pizza. Oh my God. Let me fold that up and get another bite with the pepperoni together. You can even taste like the olive oil in there. That is, what do you call that? Finger looking good. It's probably one of the better pizzas I've ever had. It is absolutely delicious. All right, so Frank Pepe started back in 1925, but this next place, we're hopping back at even 30 more years to 1895, and this is Louis' Lunch. Alrighty guys, so I just got my burger, and like I said, Louis' Lunch has been around since 1895, and this is where the hamburger initially became a sandwich. Now, it doesn't have a hamburger bun like, places nowadays do. They do it on kind of toasted, traditional white bread, and it comes out rather thick. It's close to about a 6-ounce burger, so it's not the biggest burger you've ever had, but it's very, very thick. They usually cook it medium rare. They can cook it too well done if you like. It just takes more time because they use a very specific grill. It's kind of like a sideways grill that's got kind of like a wood fire that comes out, and it's just absolutely really kind of cool to kind of see them do it. Very simple. You can add cheese if you want, tomato or onion. I got just the traditional regular burger to see how the meat itself tastes. Mine, medium rare, looks great. Try this real quick. Flavor of the beef is good. You know, I kind of like the bun myself, so I am missing that, but the flavor itself of the beef, cooked mid-rare perfectly. It's just a thick patty. It's fantastic. And like I said, this is all about history right here, because again, this is where hamburgers as a sandwich originate, here in New Haven at Louis' Lunch in New Haven, Connecticut. This is really cool. Alrighty, Travel Downs, that's going to be the end of this particular kind of quick food tour that I did. I had 2 other places planned, but unfortunately, one of them, it was just kind of way over full and the wait was too long. And then traffic between Boston and New Haven was just a mess today. So I was only able to really kind of squeeze in these 3 before night really fell. And unfortunately, I've still got to get all the way to like Allentown, Pennsylvania before I can sleep, because that is where my next stop is at. But I will see you guys on the next adventure. We're going to be heading to Reading Terminal Market in Philadelphia for the next food tour. That's going to be a big one, so stay tuned for next week. And until we meet again, guys, peace out and have a great night.